All right, you guys ready for a joke? Sure. Okay, what do you get when you cross Santa's sleigh with a spaceship?
What do you get when you cross Santa's sleigh with a spaceship?
A UFO. I've been sitting on that one for a while.
I was
Okay.
gonna say a lot of
Too.
space debris, but that's not funny.
You got like 3 laughs.
That's all I wanted. It's 3 more than I expected. Okay.
17 head shakes.
That's what I'm going for. The joke's for me, not for you.
Of course not.
So, all right. Well, the first thing I'd like to do is thank everyone for being here. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. Thank you. You not only help us pay for the banquet by being here, you help the banquet be the banquet. So, thank you. The first batch of people I want to thank this year is my current, or I guess my last board.
Not your last.
Okay, fine. My most recent board. Starting with Mark Jacobson, this man single-handedly saved the board last year. We did not have a treasurer. He stepped up, and not only did he step up and do the job for a year, he's sticking around and doing it for another year. Bob Tremblay, our outreach coordinator, is my only fellow Kerbonaut, and probably one of the only people even. Not much. How many hours?
Like
3,800.
Oh.
15 maybe.
Those are rookie numbers, Jonathan. Okay. David, where are they? In the middle back. Stepped up, joined the board kind of hesitantly. I think he had a good time. He was always lighthearted about the cancellations at Stargate that tend to happen, but no man has tried more to get us a new dome than David. Thank you. Someday. Next, Jonathan Cade. All I can say is, Jonathan, you are my rock. The next one, that's me. Doesn't look like me, but that's me.
No hat.
Just the best.
Jerry Voorhees. Minutes are in the wasp. I know it's not an easy job, but this man never complained. He was always, if not the first person, the second person at every board meeting, writing stuff down, keeping notes. His folder there is thicker than... he did a great job. Thank you. And then finally, Dale Parton. I see him over there.
The wasp is up.
The wasp is up.
Big thanks to Dale Teamy.
Dale Teamy. No, not yet. I haven't said my piece. Dale Parton, pretty intimidating intellect, but this is a man I've really come to cherish and rely on. He has gotten me out of more than one jam. I really respect his opinion on things. I really couldn't have done it without you. Thanks a lot, Dale. So, I don't want to drag on too long, but I do want to go over some of the things that we did this year that meant a lot to me and hopefully all of you. So we, as usual, had a fantastic picnic. Thank you to those of you who made it out, especially the ones that come from several thousand miles away. It's always a good time, the picnic. We also had another great astronomy at the beach. Thank you to all the volunteers that make that possible.
Which we need help for next year. Come and talk to me.
I'll see. Well, I shouldn't say anything. I'm not going to guarantee anything. So one of the big things that happened this year, our Stargate Observatory turned 50. So I just wanted to show some of the pictures from over the years, dome restorations, painting the observatory, getting our new telescope, building the Dobb shed. Look at those trees.
Wow.
Although the observatory looks great, doesn't it, in that second shot? Unfortunately, Joe, I didn't get a picture of when we painted the dome, but we did that. Some special events we had for 2019. It was the 50th anniversary of the Apollo 11 moon landing, which gave us a universe of stories at all the local libraries that really almost killed Bob Tremblay, but he made it out the other side, which is nice. I'm glad you're still here. And you don't have to worry about it till the 100th anniversary, so don't even worry about it. And then we also, a pretty historic event, the first ever image of a black hole, quite breathtaking. So that was another thing that happened. I want to thank all of our snack volunteers. This is something that just about everyone enjoys. I think if we stopped serving snacks, attendance would drop. Everyone likes the socializing, having something there, and so thanks to all of these people that are willing to take the time. It sounds like an easy job, but when you do it, it's like, oh my God, what do I get? You rack your brain thinking I'm gonna, not get what everyone wants. But I think we all did a great job this year, so thank you to our snack volunteers. Our discussion group hosts, you can see we don't have many. These are the die-hard people that make the discussion group happen. So Gary Ross is not here, but the Kaplans, Laura Wade, Joe Tocco, John Blum, Anita Malice, and the Wayne. I say the Wayne State Planetarium hosts those events. So
It's Jeff. Thank you, Jeff.
Pashaw.
On the 19th, we're hosting again, on the 19th.
You are hosting the 19th, so we're not. It's not over after this, people.
Come,
You got to come to the discussion group on the 19th. And I'd also like to go through. I've limited this just to our WASP presenters, so the presenters that we get from other universities or non-members. Who cares about them? This night is for us. So Kevin McLaughlin, Gary Ross, Tim Campbell doesn't come to many meetings, but technically a member. Doug Bach, Jonathan Cade, and Dale Teamy, Ken Burton, myself, Bob Tremblay, Jerry Dunnifer, Dave Bailey, Diane Hall, Rebecca Blum, I love those every year, John Blum, another Jonathan Cade, Jim Shidlowski, who's already out of the cold weather, and then finally our own Don Glazer. Thank you so much, that was a great presentation. One of probably the area of astronomy I know the least about. People come up to me and say, I want to know the myths, and I go, get a horoscope, I don't know what to tell you.
Give him his telephone.
So right now, I want to take a pause. I'm going to bring up Bob Tremblay. He has some Night Sky Network award pins that go to our outreach corps. These are the people that are really sharing our passion with the greater public. So I'm going to let Bob Tremblay list off some names. Just run on up here, grab your pin.
So anyway, the NASA Night Sky Network, this is something that our club is a member of. What it is they have a whole bunch of observing... The Night Sky Network is an organization that our club is a member of. They have observing pins and awards, and what this is a pin, little things, metal pin, and an award certificate, and some other of the outreach stuff that I had at home that I wanted to get rid of. And I put them all in here, so I'm going to call you people up here. These are people that have set up telescopes and done presentations this year. Thank you all. So, is Berta here?
No.
No, Bob Berta's not here, of course not. Okay. Jeff Macleod.
Thank you.
Jonathan Cade. I'm just going to keep piling them up here. Joe Tocco, who I forgot to bring you something. At one of my outreach things, some guy from the public came up and said, here, you need to give this to Joe Tocco. And I'm like, uh-oh, okay. And it's at home. Sorry. I'll bring it to you.
Thank you.
So, Mike O'Dowd. Dennis David. I actually have one from you. I have to get from the other year. I'll talk to you about it. Bill Beers, he's actually here.
Yay.
John Blum. Now, all of these certificates I have as PDFs, so if I have messed up your name, or if you would like something changed on it, because you can have a title or something underneath it, I can change all of these for you. Ken Burton.
Excuse me. Thanks.
Mark Kedzier. Dale Parton.
I'll get Dale.
Thanks. Jennifer Dye. If you don't know who she is, she works at the Detroit Public Library and she organizes a whole bunch of presentations, astronomy presentations, and has desperately been trying to get me to come down. I desperately need to go down there and work with her. But Gary Ross has been going down and doing presentations with her. Pat Brown is not here. Okay, Gary Ross is not here. Our outreach chair, David Baranski. Is he here?
Starkey.
Stargate, I'm sorry. Stargate, what am I talking about?
That's you!
I already got mine, and my wife's. Brian Teamy. He sets up telescopes. If I missed anybody here, I've got a couple more. If I've missed anybody, I've still got some more of these at home. Diane Hall. Angelo, is Angelo here?
If he missed you, tell him.
Is Angelo? Angelo is not here. All right, geez, I got some news. Riyadh. Riyadh, there you go. And last but not least, Marty Kuntz.
Thank you.
Big hands for
So
everybody.
Marty.
Big hands for everybody.
Yes, big hand for everybody. Thank you. This club has a fantastic outreach team. Thank you, everybody. So Marty and a couple other people have a little extra insert I have in there. So anybody who's got a solar telescope, I put an insert from the Solar Dynamics Observatory in there.
That's nice.
So I've got some I got to take to the club yet.
All right, thank you, Bob. All right, before we actually do the final awards, I can't help trying to thank as many people that made my life a lot easier this year. So first off, Ken Burton, just want to thank you for all that you do for the club, in the news, snacks, presentations, twisting arms, just, you know, being Ken Burton, basically. Thanks for being Ken Burton. I'd like to thank Dale Teamy for all that he does. He's not on the board. He helped us tremendously with preparations for the banquets, getting flyers together, constantly reminding me that the field of view is late. Thank you so much, Dale. He's very nice about it. So thank you, Dale. She'll have her turn. Jeez, like I've not done this before. John Blum, I want to thank you for all that you did trying to get members for this year, both board and non. Thank you so much. All right, where am I? Okay, so we had a lot of great things this year, a lot of things to be thankful for, fun things, but there was also not fun things. So I want to have one last farewell for Brian Klaus. The club is noticeably different without him. Being president, I would always point to Brian for the whistle to call the meeting to order. I have to stomp my feet and yell now. It's not as good. He was a diehard. He was at every meeting. And I don't have to tell you guys, it was not easy for him to be at every meeting. And so it's hard to skip meetings when you know that Brian Klaus is not skipping meetings. And he just, you know, and the reason he went to every meeting is because he liked us. I know he loved astronomy, but he liked us too. And that's why he came and made the effort. He was just a really cool guy, and I wish I had been a club member longer so that I could have known him better. Okay.
Nice.
Awards. Drum roll. Not a bad joke. Oh. All right. The Blaine McCullough Award is mostly for new members, recognizing those who have done a lot for the club since joining, or recognizing those who have helped recruit, welcome, and retain new members. Blaine joined the club as his cousin Frank's health was declining, and he wanted to just spend time with him. Within a few years, he found himself the president of the club. Sounds familiar. He went from a newbie to someone involved in every aspect of the club, from hands-on observing, observatory construction, to the telescope making subgroup, presentations, outreach. He was all over the club. And this year, we would like to award the Blaine McCullough Award to Anita Malice. This is for the plaque says a star host. This is for her work in not only finding us this venue, but in hosting discussion groups. We're gonna get some pictures. Come around.
I got you.
Come around
You're
here.
gonna make me cry.
Well, cry. We want to see you cry. What camera am I looking at? This is torturous.
All right, look at me.
One eye, one way.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Did you get one?
Yes.
Thank you.
You are more than welcome. Thank you so much. All right, I gave her the right one too. All right. The Larry Kalinowski Award was intended to honor people who have been a part of the infrastructure of the club for a long while. It was inspired by the way that Larry had single-handedly run the Observing Award program, the classification section, and the discussion group, as well as telescope making for years, while also producing his Astro Chatter column and running the Messier marathons. This year, the Kalinowski Award goes to Laura Wade. Laura Wade has not been a member for too long, but in that short time has really made herself a part of this club. She has been involved in not only greeting new members, making sure that I greet new members, but I think that also helps with retention of new members, and also a lot of work in finding this venue. So thank you very much.
You're certainly welcome.
Let's walk over where Ken can get a picture of us.
I got you over here. 1, 2, 3. Go. Got it? Okay, look at me. Although my camera, I don't know what it's doing. It's like frozen.
We got plenty of time.
I got real good pictures.
Ken
got it real good.
Okay, thank you so much. And finally, the John Searles Award. The John E. Searles Award is the club's highest award and is not given every year. It is for club members who have contributed much to the club over many years. John was a young man who lived in Toledo and attended astronomy club meetings all over Michigan and Ohio. He was a key member of the WASP in the late 1970s, and was much beloved by his colleagues. He tragically died young in a car accident, but this award was created to recognize members who have made the clubs their lives. And it really gives me such great pleasure to fix the error that has been happening where Joe Tocco has not gotten this award already. I don't even know what to say, except for that I can think
You
of
can't say anything nice.
Joe was the funnest person to work in the observatory with. He really inspired me to try to do what I've done. Joe Tocco probably should have gotten this award years ago, but he kept staying on the board where he was not eligible for it. So we are correcting that error tonight.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Hit it on 2. Because at 3 they don't.
You deserve it.
Thank you.
And finally, if the carpet picture wasn't embarrassing enough, I've got more.
Yay.
So. Okay, so just one last round of people I want to thank real quick. We're pretty much over. Thanks for a great year, blah blah. But I want to thank the board members who for next year that are not just moving positions, but either coming back to the board or have not been on the board in quite some time. So Riyad Mahdi, there he is. Excited to have you back at Stargate. He never left. He's always there, so you might as well be the observatory chair. Glenn Wilkins, our new secretary, is not in attendance, correct? I don't believe so. Okay. But let's give him a round of applause. We always need a secretary. What's that?
Coming back to the board after 20 years.
It can be done. Okay. And then finally, Diane Hall.
Yeah.
She's not feeling well tonight, but I can think of no one I trust the club's daily grind in more than Diane. She just, if she wants something done, she's going to get it done. We kind of celebrated that last year, honoring her with the Searles Award, with getting us 501c3 status, all these things. So she's going to correct all the mistakes that I've made in the last 2 years. So the club is going to be running a lot smoother in about 4 months. But thank you so much, Diane. You deserve it all. And hopefully I'm not forgetting anyone, but that's all I've got. I think we're going to start giving stuff away.
Oh.
All right. Oh, you know what? One.
Round of applause for Justin first.
Jeff Macleod!
4 more years.
We'll get you back.
I will not contest the results if I win. I do want to say one thing. I was supposed to mention our sponsors tonight. So the door prizes that we have on offer have been provided not only by club members, but Celestron, Mead, Sirius Astro Products, Starizona.
Starizona.
Anyway, Astronomy Magazine, Cranbrook Institute of Science, and the Overwork Corporation. So, thank you, so much to those sponsors.
I can't let this guy leave the stage without talking about him. Jeff, as many of you know, Jeff is a full-time student. He's an extremely busy man. He's doing the sort of math that I would do if I were smart, and he's putting a lot of effort into everything he does, and the fact that he has still been such a good-humored and good-tempered and attentive leader to all of us is really just amazing. Like, this man.
Not arithmetic.
Yep, not arithmetic, real mathematics.
Real
So,
Greek letters.
Yeah, now, the arithmetic part, maybe not the best,
It's a little extra.
but like, as long as there's Greek letters involved, he's got it.
Physicists don't deal with numbers. We assign variables
So-
to things.
So can we have one more round of applause for Jeff?